Okay, so this is our presentation on biomedical engineering, obviously.
Okay, so what is biomedical engineering? It is a multidisciplinary STEM field that combines biology and engineering, applying engineering principles and materials to medicine and healthcare. So it basically uses concepts from biology to create artificial tissues, organs, or organ parts that can be made to replace damaged or missing tissues in organisms. They are responsible for the creation and improvement of artificial organs, surgical robots, new pharmaceutical drugs, kidney dialysis, and heart pacemakers, all of which can help people who are in need and don't want to be lying in a hospital bed. So photo 1 shows a bioengineer in a lab, most likely doing experiments to improve some sort of organ or pharmaceutical drug. And photo 2 shows an artificial body part that was made for a disabled person, and that was made through bioengineering.
And also the history of biomedical engineering is just like a bunch of artificial parts that can help the human body like operate better if someone has a disease or a illness that impairs them to actually go through life like a normal, like to go about their daily lives. Like hearing aids, it helps them to hear better, and x-rays to see like if there's any problems beneath the skin that people can't see with their naked eye. That was made in 1895. And gene splicing and insertion of our DNA into bacteria, it helps to incorporate like genetics and other parts of biology into engineering so that we can fix different problems. And yeah, that's the history of it, the problems.
So the problems that are solved by biomedical engineers, biomedical engineers have come up with some very creative ways to deal with some very problematic illnesses. Diseases that involve damage to vital organs can now be treated really well by artificial organs. So instead of waiting for a human organ to have to come in, they can replace specific parts of the organ or find different functions. And so this means that anyone who suffers from heart disease can get a transplant without having to wait for a donor, which is really convenient. And they also look to improve and create new pharmaceutical drugs. So these drugs can be helpful for anyone who suffers from allergies or migraines or other illnesses that require less drastic treatment. So for instance, anyone with diabetes, these new pharmaceutical drugs can help them. And they also work to improve medical technology. So from something as simple as figuring out what size a surgical blade should be, to creating a high-functioning surgical robot, biomedical engineers work to make sure that everything in the operating room is as convenient as possible and minimizes the amount of work that humans have to do.
And as for the achievements, as Orly said, it's like to treat the conditions and illnesses that some people unfortunately have to live with, and we can treat them through combining biology and different concepts in medicine, as well as different engineering techniques to develop like artificial limbs and pacemakers to help the heart beat better. It's just to improve the function accuracy of different medical procedures, as well as different drugs that can treat illnesses. Yeah. Salaries, as you can see on the slide, 101,000 a year in New York City, and New York City 92,000. It's like a pretty wide range, as you can see in the graph. And for education,
undergraduate programs that are well known take place at Columbia, the University of Pennsylvania, Yale University, City College of New York, and Stony Brook University. These are all fairly local colleges.
And these are our references. That's our presentation.